We continue our reading of God's Dream for You, The Chosen, a morning devotional by author Dwight K. Nelson. Today's reading, December 12, The Jesus Generation, 144,000, Part 1. For we know, brothers and sisters, loved by God, that He has chosen you. 1 Thessalonians 1:4. There has been a simple yes or no question I've wrestled over. Perhaps you have too. It's this: does God have a different standard for the final Jesus generation on earth than He has had for all the previous generations? Is there a translation standard for the chosen who will go to heaven without experiencing death that is different from a resurrection standard for the chosen who will be resurrected at Jesus' return? You say, who cares? What difference does it make? Well, if God does have two different standards for His friends, depending on when they lived in salvation's history, and given that we now live in the most unsettled and unpredictable time in Earth's history, giving our generation the very real potential of becoming the last generation on Earth, then wouldn't you want to know what God's standard is for this potentially final Jesus generation? But of course, so let's explore for the answer. Enter now the 144,000. Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, standing on Mount Zion, and with Him 144,000, who had His name and His Father's name written on their foreheads. Revelation 14:1. Ever notice how countercultural these apocalyptic end-time friends of God are? 1. They have His name on their foreheads, at a time when the rest of the world has the mark of the beast on theirs. Revelation 13:16. 2. They sing a new song. Revelation 14:3. At a time when the rest of the world is marinated in the music of fallen Babylon. Revelation 18:22. Number 3. They refuse to go to bed with a great prostitute when the rest of the world has slept with this fallen geo-religio-political alliance. Revelation 18:3. Number 4. They follow the Lamb wherever He goes. Revelation 14:4. When the whole world has followed the beast, that end-time demonic confederacy. Revelation 13:3. Number 5. They have no lie in their mouths. Revelation 14:5. When deceit and subterfuge are the rule of the age. Revelation 13:14. 6. They are blameless. Revelation 14:5. In the midst of a society morally fallen and spiritually bankrupt. Revelation 18:4 and 5. Clearly, God's 144,000 are the Jesus generation on the eve of His return. But are they held to a higher divine standard than all the chosen who have lived before them? Whatever the answer, it is abundantly clear they are a countercultural people with an unshakable passion for Christ. If that were all, wouldn't you want that portrait for your own? This concludes our reading today of God's Dream for You, The Chosen.